What's going on? Welcome back inside of this video with Landon and Stace again. We are going to walk you through the psychology behind scaling profitable ad campaigns. So in earlier videos, we showed you the methodology behind scaling ad campaigns, which was essentially spending more money per interest. It was adding an additional interest, maybe adding a lookalike interest. It's just spending more money. That's essentially, how do you scale ad campaigns? You spend more on the ad campaigns that are working. But what we want to do in this video is, instead of methodology, we want to talk a little bit about psychology. And this should be a fairly short video, but it's super, super crucial if you want to make a lot of money in your business. If you want to take your business from generating a few leads a day and making a few $100 a month to making a few $100 a day. And for some of you, and we realize everyone watching this kind of video has different kinds of goals. So your goal might just be to make $3 grand a month, and that's totally fine. But we also realize there are people out there who want to make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, like me and Stace have, and we want to help you see how to do that. How do you get there? How do you take it? How do you go from making $1,000 a month to $30,000 a month? Like, how does that even work? And how can you do that without working any more than you are at $1,000 a month? How is that possible? That's what we want to teach you inside of this video. And it's actually a super, super simple concept. So you start off with your ad budget, right? So you plug in, and some of you, well, what did me and Stace recommend in the very first module when we were first teaching this? What we recommended was doing 3 interests and then doing $5 per day per interest, which is essentially $15 a day. Now, that's around $450 a month if you scale that out over a month, but you aren't committing to a month of ad spend on day one. All you're committing to is that day. So if one of the interests doesn't work well, you can turn that interest off in a second. Then you're only spending $10 a day. If only one of the 3 interests works well, you're only spending $5 a day. So start off with more interest, and then, because for example, when I start an ad campaign, I start off with 10 interests, and I know going into it that there's probably 3 or 4 interests that it's not going to do well. And so I start off with more interest so that if some of the interests don't work that well, I can just turn them off versus me having to add new interests on later. Does that make sense, Dave? And so you have that. So you kind of have your monthly ad budget, your daily ad budget. Let's say you're starting off and you're new to internet marketing, you're new to online advertising, and your monthly ad budget's around $10 a day, right? That's where Stace, where we have.
I started at $10 a day. We
started Stace off at $10 a day. It's a great place to start. So you're there at $10. That means you're spending around $300 or so a month on ads. And here's what's going to start happening, and this is a great feeling. Eventually, after you've been doing this for a week or whatever X number of days, all of a sudden you're going to get an email on your phone, and it's going to say, ching, you got a commission, right? All of a sudden, you're going to start making money. So the question is, what do we do with this money to scale our ad campaigns? Do we take 100% of it and reinvest it back in? Like, how do we go bigger? Like, how do we scale in a smart way? Well, here's what we recommend, and this is actually what I did. And I'll give a full story of this here in a little bit because it's really, really powerful. So here's what I did in my own business. So what I did was I took 30% of the income that I was making from my business, right? And we'll give exact numbers and how this looks here in a second. But I took 30% of whatever I made in my business, 30% of my profit, right? So we're doing profitable ad campaigns. This is ad campaigns that are working. What I did was I took 30% of my profits and I reinvested it back into more ads. So I didn't reinvest it into a training course, right? That's not what I'm talking about here. That would be I didn't reinvest it into more information. No.
Or a nice watch.
Or a nice watch, right? No, I took some money into nice watches, but that was because that means, essentially, so I took 30% and reinvested it back in ads. That means 70% of the money I made, I got to keep. I got to go buy the nice dinners. I got to take the dope vacations. I got to buy the girlfriend something nice. I got to buy the nice watch, whatever I wanted. 70%, I got to start stacking the retirement account. 70% is mine. Yours. I get to keep it for whatever I want.
A little bit for the government.
Yeah, of course, make sure you're paying taxes, super important. But the other 30%, it's like it wasn't even.
It's not yours,
It was literally made to scale into my business. That 30% was reserved only for more ads. So if I wanted to go buy a new training course, I didn't take that from the 30. I would take that from the 70. Does that make sense?
It does,
So even other stuff for my business was out of the 70.
Was this a strategy that you learned from anybody particular? Because I know there's a lot of big business people that teach this.
I know I didn't just invent it. I know I learned it somewhere, but I don't remember the exact source.
I was talking about the book we movie.
Yeah. I don't remember the exact source of this, but I for sure learned it probably from someone who's made millions.
So this is proven. We've been doing this for years.
Yep.
And it's a structure we live by.
Exactly. So what does that look like? What does it look like? Well, here's essentially what it looks like. Let's imagine a world, your ad budget's $10 a day, right? Yep. So you got a $10 a day ad budget. We'll scale that out over a month. It's $300 you're going to spend that month on ads. Awesome. So let's say that month, right, you spend the $300 on ads and you go make $1,000 that month.
Yeah.
Right? Is that fair, Steve?
I like that number because it keeps the math.
Yeah, we'll keep the, it could be 500.
I've spent $300 to make $1,000 too.
Oh, so. all the time. So you spend $300, you made $1,000 in commissions. This is month one. Well, what we do is we take that $1,000 in commissions, and here's what I personally do. What I personally do is I actually divide that out over a month. So I don't take that $1,000 and spend $1,000 in a day on ads and spend it all in one day. What I do is I take that $1,000 that I have and I calculate that out by 30. So there's 30 days in a month on average. So I would take 1,000, I would divide that by 30 days, and I could spend an additional $30 a day on ads. Does that make sense how I did that there, Staves?
Well, you were supposed to take 30% of that, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, so, gosh, yeah.
No,
not the full 1,000.
So
yeah.
300 a day.
Let's
so
do that one more time.
It'd be $10
It'd be
a
an
day.
extra 10. So yeah.
But you're right
like
there.
Steve said.
Yeah.
So I would take $1,000. It was $1,000 that I made. I would take 30% of that, which is $300.
So that's the number we divide.
That's what we divide by 30. Good catch, Staves. Yeah,
hey,
great catch. There we go.
This is what we're in it.
We're in it. Actually take it. So just to recap everything. So we made $1,000.
Yep.
We would take 300 of that, and it's specifically reserved for ads. I would divide that out by how many days there are in the month, so 30 days, and I would spend an additional $10 a day. So I would continue doing the $10 a day I already had. That was already my ad budget, right? The original ad budget, but I'd spend an additional $10 a day. So essentially, month one, I spent $10 a day, so $300 that month. Month two, though, I did a dollar sign. I'm so used to dollar signs here.
Yeah.
But month two, I would take the $10 I already had, plus the additional $10 that I made in profit, and I would add that. And so instead of $10 month two, I'm spending $20 a day. So I'm spending $600 month two. And all of a sudden, month two, instead of $1,000, I make $2,000. And then I take 30% of 2,000, divide that by the number of days, and I just keep doing that until all of a sudden you have this tiny ad budget of $10 a day. And all of a sudden in 6-7 months, you have an ad budget of $70 a day. And all of a sudden in 6-7 months, instead of $1,000 a month, you're making $8,000 a month.
It's powerful.
That's really, how you compound money.
It's compounding money, and it's nice to have a beacon of light for where your ad dollars can go.
Exactly.
It's nice to just know that 30% of this is going to be reinvested back in.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Know that ahead of time.
It's a relief.
Yeah. So, I mean, one thing you could do is you could actually have a separate bank account. I've never set this up, but you could do this. You could actually have a bank account where 30% of every dollar your company goes directly into that account for ad money. So you don't even feel like it's not even yours. This is specifically for more ads. Because here's what some people do. And say, did you have something to say before
No, I was just going to say, it's a beautiful thing to be able to use the profit from your business to grow your business.
Exactly.
It's not free money, essentially, but it's just nice because when we first get started, we might be using other people's money. We might be using our hard money from our bank. Maybe we have a credit card, which we built our business on. So it's nice that once you get going, like on that third, fourth month, it's like, wow, these are rolling profits. Putting back into my business. This is a good place to be.
Nice.
That's all I wanted to touch on.
That's so important. I'm so glad you did. And here's why this is so important. So here's what a lot of people do. So a lot of people, they have their ad budget. It's $10 a day. So they're spending $300 a month on ads. And month one, they make $1,000, right? Except they don't take 30% and reinvest back in. And month two, so this is month one. Month two, they spend the exact same amount, $10 a day. They spend $300 that month. Make $1,000 again. And then 6 months later, we look at them, they're still making $1,000 a month when all they had to do was take 30%, put it back in, and instead of making $1,000 a month in 6 months, it would have been at 10. But instead they're stuck at 1 because they just didn't reinvest.
And
they went off the watch instead of putting money back into their business. If you look at the biggest companies in the world, this is how they build their wealth. Right? So it's important that you do this. If you do this, just like Steve said, it's amazing to be able to scale your business with profit instead of out of the bank. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's so good to know that this is money my business made, and I'm putting that money back into the business. So think of it almost like a tithe. However you got to think about it with to bend your own mind to feel great. Like I feel great about spending more money on ads because I know the more I spend, the more I'm going to make.
Exactly.
So that 30% to me, I can't wait to spend that 30%.
Yep.
I can't wait because I know it's going to make me even more. Does that make sense?
I love it.
Does that make sense? Awesome. So this is how, again, that's how, in the beginning, the question was, how does someone go from making $1,000 a month to 30 grand a month? Well, they just keep reinvesting 30% back in until all of a sudden, here's where they are.
Yeah, it's in the beginning too. When I first started, I would see people go from 1,000 to 30,000 a month. I'm like, how the heck did this happen? It's because they were following this psychology chart on scaling. They knew how to scale. They knew how to reinvest back into the business. And when I figured that out, everything changed.
Exactly.
So it's a powerful, powerful rule.
What's the number? The number is 30%. Obviously, if you want to, like let's imagine right now you're sitting in a cush job and you start bringing in some money in the business and you don't need that money to live on. You could do more, right? You could scale faster and do 50% of the profits back in. You can do more. 30% is just a nice number because it's also nice having money in your business paid for some vacations. Yeah. It actually feels good to have some of the money because someone would look at this and be like, okay, well, if 30% is going to get me there, I'll just take 100% and put it back in. And then they're never rewarding themselves. And then all of a sudden it's like profit from my business means I'm just spending more money. Yeah. And they don't even feel as good about it, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
still want to enjoy those carrots.
Yeah.
Like me and Landon, every time we make a sale, $1,000 commission, we'll be like, let's take $100 of this and let's go get something nice. Let's go get something nice.
And it's not being wasteful, right?
No.
Because we take that other 90% or whatever it is, and that's going into retirement.
Yeah.
That's like we're smart with the rest, but sometimes you just got to give yourself something, reward yourself. So, because your brain
you're
basically,
hardwiring your brain.
Yeah, your brain works with links. And so, for example, let's say you hear a really great song and you're having an awesome experience. You hear this song. The next time you hear that song, what do you think about in your brain? That same experience, because your brain links things together. And so what we want to do is we want to link money to happiness, not to pain. Because a lot of us growing up, we might have grown up in a family where like money was kind of a stressful topic of conversation. And for a lot of us, money actually means pain. And we want to re-hardwire that brain to where money means happiness. That doesn't mean to be reckless with money. Yeah. No, invest into your business, invest into retirement, invest into assets that are not liabilities. Be smart with your money. Pay your taxes. Be smart, but take just a nice little percent of it and take that extra vacation. Buy your girlfriend something nice. Give yourself something good to work for to rewire this. That's something me and Stace have gotten good with working with Mark. Mark has really helped us drill in of like, it's not a big percent, just a small percent. It's just for us to enjoy it. And it re-hardwires that to where we feel great about money. Money doesn't mean pain, it's happiness.
Just like the song that plays on the radio and it taps you back into that memory.
Exactly.
When we see our email say ching,
we're like, let's hit the mall. We're excited.
Let's go do something fun.
We're excited. So you want to be excited for money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Investing in energy.
Exactly. We're excited. Yeah. And you know what? The reality is we go to the mall and we buy something nice, but we're also just as excited to take that 30% and put it back into more marketing as we are to buy something at the mall. Yeah. We're excited for both of these things. So that's all we got, though. We just want you, because if you do this is how you can get to earning the big money online. Yeah. Like if you're like, what's the secret formula for making 6 figures? This is it. You just reinvest your way there.
I love it.
Cool. See you guys soon.
See you on the next one.